Hi everyone, this is Tony Store here, and I've just made a short video to let you all know that I regularly have gentle duplicate games which are preceded with a short lesson, about 30 minutes, on a particular bridge topic. And then I follow that up with a gentle duplicate game that contains about 6 hands to cover the topic we've just been learning, together with about 10 other random hands. And for those of you who've not attended, I've just got a short demonstration of that. So I'm just going to show you that screen. And this is the format I use each week. At the moment I've got 3 talks on Mondays, Thursdays and Fridays on various bridge topics. This week I'm looking at establishing suits before drawing trumps, and Thursday is on attacking dummy, and Friday is on Blackwood use and misuse. So if you're interested in attending any of those, please send me an email to tonystore@gmail.com for details. And the lesson part you can attend without any charge, and then if you want to play in the online game afterwards, which starts exactly 1 hour later, then that's a £3 charge, which I will invoice you for, normally on a monthly basis. And as I said, we do about 16 boards there. Some we use real bridge and some we run on BBO. So just to give you an idea of what we cover in those talks, here are some slides from the one that I'm planning this Friday on Blackwood use and misuse. So let's have a look at this topic. Blackwood should be used when you have the values for a slam and you want to check you're not missing 2 aces before bidding a small slam. You can of course use it to ask for kings as well if you're certain of a grand slam, or if you're thinking about a grand slam and want to check on kings. However, there are a number of situations I see it commonly being misused. One is when you're not really sure whether you have the values for a slam. Blackwood won't really help you. When you have the values for a slam, you stop at the 5 level if you're missing just 1 ace. That's a common misuse. And going on to bid 5 no trump to ask for kings, even if you are missing an ace. In other words, you're missing an ace, there's no point asking for kings because that will commit you to the 6th level anyway. And you only bid 5 no trump if you're thinking about a grand slam. So let's have a look at some examples of using Blackwood. Here's one where West opens 1 heart and you've got a very nice hand with 18 points. You're clearly around 30 plus points between the 2 hands, and you should be thinking about a slam here. You could bid aiming to play it in 6 diamonds perhaps, but rather than jumping in diamonds, maybe you should just bid 2 diamonds. That's an absolutely forcing bid, and you'll get a better description about your partner's hand. If they rebid 2 hearts, that's showing a minimum hand with at least 5 hearts. So you now know you have a fit in hearts. And this is a good hand to use Blackwood on. If you bid 4 no trump and your partner bids 5 hearts, so this is just regular Blackwood, that shows 2 aces. And so you're only missing 1 ace. And of course you don't know which ace it is, but whichever it is, you should be okay in 6 hearts, okay? And you'd expect your partner to have something like this. You're going to lose one trick to the missing ace, and hopefully that will be it. So that's an example of a good use of Blackwood. What about this hand? Your partner's opened 1 no trump, and you've got 21 points. Now, a lot of people sort of thinking, oh, I'd like to use Blackwood on this one too. But generally speaking, if your partner's got 12 to 14, that's a weak no trump, and you've got 21 or more, you know you have at least 33 combined points. And generally speaking, 33 or more combined points with a reasonably balanced hand, you should just go to 6 no trump on this one. Okay, so don't bother about trying to use Blackwood in a situation like this. Your partner with 12 points, you should be able to make 12 tricks there, probably just losing 1 diamond. Or even that could be avoided by finessing. What if you had a slightly weaker hand with 19 points? Now, some people on a hand like this might be thinking about using Blackwood here. If you do use Blackwood, if you do bid 4 no trump here, and you have an understanding with your partner that this is Blackwood, and I put a question mark here because we're going to discuss that in a minute. But if you do intend that as Blackwood, let's suppose your partner responds 5 diamonds. That's showing 1 ace, and now you're missing 2 aces. But what are you going to bid now? You can't bid 5 no trump because 5 no trump would be asking for kings. So you're really in a terrible mess here if you use 4 no trump here as Blackwood. 4 no trump in direct response to an opening bid of 1 no trump or 2 no trump is not used as Blackwood, but is invitational to 6 no trump. Okay, and this hand demonstrates why it's not useful to use this as Blackwood in this situation. You'll end up in a real pickle here when your partner bids 5 diamonds because you don't want to be in any slam at all. In fact, the right bid with the East hand is 4 no trump, but it's used as a quantitative bid. It's used to say, partner, if you've got 12 points, maybe we should pass, but if you've got 14, and therefore we have a combined 33 points, then maybe we want to be in 6 no trump. So that's one of the misuses of Blackwood I often see. I will just mention that if your partner opens 1 no trump and you do want to ask for aces, you can do that in one of 2 ways. You can use Gerber, which is fine, or you can bid a suit, bid your long suit, and then bid 4 no trump to ask for aces. So just a reminder then, that's a summary of when 4 no trump is Blackwood, that it's normally Blackwood except in direct response to an opening bid of 1 or 2 no trump. And the way to think about it is that if you bid 6 no trump, you're saying you've got at least 33 points. So the 4 no trump bid is a point or 2 less than that, enough to invite game. You can also make 4 no trump quantitative in some other situations, but this is a good starting point. So again, if your partner opens 2 no trump here, you'll invite game with, invite a slam with 11 points. And if your partner's minimum, they would pass. But they would go on to 6 no trump if they were maximum, or if they had a good 20, here they've got 21 points. And they might upgrade their hand a bit because it's got like 2 10s in it. So you'd probably accept the invitation there. So that was a brief preview of what I'll be talking about this Friday. And if you're interested in any of the talks, do send me an email and I'll send you details of how to join that Zoom lesson and how to join the game afterwards. So I hope you found that useful, and just drop me a line if you have any questions about that. Okay, I'll just stop that there.